I have not forgotten about FC Bayern München. Don't worry, Bayern fans. I have not forgotten that this is also a Bayern channel. The next summer signing for FC Bayern München is confirmed. It's official. The deal is sealed, and here we go. Nathaniel Brown to FC Bayern München is official, fully confirmed. We're going to talk about that transfer today. We're going to talk about why I'm excited for this player and what this means for an Alphonso Davies. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this signing, the Davies aspect of it. Like, subscribe, and you guys, let's get right into it. Let's talk. Bayern have completed the signing of Nathaniel Brown from Eintracht Frankfurt on a 5-year contract until 2031. Top signing, good contract length, 5 years. Yeah, this is a player I'm very excited for. I was keeping tabs on him all season at Frankfurt. I thought I was high on him. I'm going to be honest. I was very impressed with Nathaniel Brown, but I wasn't sure he was ready for the big move. But seeing his performance for Germany at this World Cup, he's ready to take a step up. He's 23 years old. He's still very young. This is the right move for him. This is the right signing for Bayern. It's good that we got this signed and sealed. In my opinion, and I've said this many times on this channel, a lot of the best German players, the best German players for the national team, the German national team, most of them should be playing for FC Bayern. I feel like that's just like I don't know. It's not a superstition or anything. It's just like a tradition I think is beneficial to both Bayern and the national team. So Nathaniel Brown, who is basically locking up and confirming that left back spot for the German national team the next couple of years. He will be a Bayern player. Like I said, again, after seeing his performance at the World Cup, yes, it was a disappointing World Cup for Germany. Round of 32 exit to Paraguay, 100%. And I made the videos about it the last couple of days. Go check those out if you haven't. The post-match reaction and the news, the reaction to the Nagelsmann sacking or resigning news. Nathaniel Brown was one of the only bright spots for Germany this summer at this World Cup. And in a struggling Germany team like that, he was able to stand out and step up and perform to a high level. And he's one of the only German players that could leave this World Cup with his head held high. And I'm glad that Bayern got the signing done. They were already in talks with him before the World Cup started. So we didn't have to pay a crazy World Cup tax fee. Same thing with Saibari. We got the signing done. We got the agreement done before the value skyrocketed because we know performances at these international tournaments like the Euros, World Cup, Copa, etc., AFCON, they could raise player value. We got the signing done for a reasonable price. I believe the price isn't listed here, but I believe it's about 50 million euros. So we spent 100 million euro so far this summer with Nathaniel Brown and Ismail Sabari, and we will be expecting more signings. So Nathaniel Brown, for the left back position, he can play the left side of midfield, whether it's on the width, whether it's wide. I'm pretty sure I've seen him play through the middle, not fully in the middle, but as a left-sided central midfielder, he could play that position as well. So we're getting a guy with versatility. And like I said before, German international, young, quick, good defender. I believe the stat is that last year in the Champions League, Nathaniel Brown won 73% of his duels. That is the highest, if not one of the highest duel winning rates from the Champions League last season. So good stuff overall, and I'm sure he'll slot into the team perfectly. Kompany, let's see what you do for him. With him, I mean. So what does this mean, though? Yes, he's a left back. I don't think if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys do remember, we have a left back. We have Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies, just a year or so ago, signed that contract extension for the big money to solidify himself in the near future for Bayern, to solidify himself as one of the new leaders and faces of FC Bayern Munich. Alphonso Davies is still here. Alphonso Davies is on a lot of money. So what does this mean for Alphonso Davies? Before we get to that, we should now establish that Bayern probably have the best left back depth in the world. Who else can say they have a Nathaniel Brown and Alphonso Davies in one team? So all of a sudden, Good moves from Eberl, good signing and scouting, or not even scouting because everyone knew of his quality, but a good signing to increase the squad depth, which is something we were begging for, and we knew that this club needed to do by the end of this previous season as we crashed out of the Champions League and missed out on a treble. So all of a sudden, Bayern have the best left back depth in the world. But what does this mean for Alphonso Davies? Now we know why the club is making this signing. The signing is being made because Alphonso Davies the last year, since his ACL injury, and even before his ACL injury, he would have troubles with injuries here or there. And then obviously, since the ACL injury, he hasn't actually fully been back in the Bayern team since March of 2025. It's been almost a year and a half since Alphonso Davies has been fully integrated back into the Bayern team. So this is a sensible signing for Bayern. They are not just going to make the mistake of fully depending on and trusting Alphonso Davies to get back to full fitness. And I agree with that. But I do not think the club is just going to discard him. I still believe when he is fit, Alphonso Davies is the best fullback in the world. If not fullback, he's the best, at least left back in the world. And we saw this in the PSG games in the semifinal of the Champions League. 70%, a 60, 70% fit Alphonso Davies, who was pushing himself to be available for his Bayern team. He was better than Nuno Mendes. He was better than Achraf Hakimi. So we still have a world-class left back on our hands here. He just needs to get fit. So reported here by Transfer Market, Alphonso Davies has no desire to leave Bayern despite the signing of Brown. Quite the contrary. The Canadian wants to fight for a spot on a company. That means being in top condition for the next season. To that end, Davies has worked together with a personal trainer, Matthias Blankenberg, to stabilize his fitness. Davies says, Matthias has been great. He's been helping me get back to full fitness. I think he has been doing a good job, and I continue to work with him, and he just keeps me healthy and fit. Good. I'm glad Alphonso Davies is standing 10 toes down because if I'm being honest, when he is fit, he is better than Nathaniel Brown. I like Nathaniel Brown. He is the future for Germany at left back. Germany finally found a left back to depend on for the next coming years, which we were always having an issue with the left back. Always. We always had to play a center back, or it was Jonas Hector for a while at left back. Now we found our left back. Bayern have signed him. But here's the thing. We have Alphonso Davies. And when he's fit, Alphonso Davies is the best left back in the world. And I'm glad Alphonso Davies is showing the right attitude toward this signing. It's not a replacement signing. It's a warning. Now, is that a little unfair due to his injury struggles? And is it really his fault due to, are the injury struggles really his fault? No. But still, we don't want this team to become complacent. With Kompany and what we did last season, we have a very strong base to build on, and we need to build on it in this way, and we need to build on the squad depth. So, listen, I hope Alphonso Davies, by the start of this next season, is fully fit. I want him to be the starter. He should be the starter. But in case he's not, and he's still struggling with injuries, you guys, we all of a sudden have a very capable left back in Nathaniel Brown, who I do trust as well. So, good stuff from the club to get the signing done. Just to give you more news, this is reported by Falk. Now, Christian Falk has lost basically all credibility as an FC Bayern reporter, as someone who reports on news out of Bayern, supposedly. Falk has lost a lot of credibility, so take this with a grain of salt. But he's reporting that Alphonso Davies would also... He's also reporting that Alphonso Davies would like to stay at Bayern, and the club has no problem with him staying put. They know he has a contract and that he's a very good player. The problem was never Davies' quality. True. Again, he's the best left back in the world. It's his injury proneness. Bayern want Nathaniel Brown not to replace Davies, but because they believe he's a big talent for the future and don't want to risk losing him to a Premier League club. Both players are also versatile and can play in more than one position. There's no clear need to sell Davies, but if a really good offer came in for him, Bayern would consider it, at least. Now, that's fine. That's fine. Now, for me, a really good offer for Alphonso Davies would mean at least 80 million. It would take me at least 80 million to listen. To get me to the negotiation table? Oh my God, my voice just cracked. To get me to the negotiation table for a meeting, you probably have to give me 100 million. So the club will end up, no one's going to pay that for Alphonso Davies, in my opinion, especially given his recent injury record. So he's going to be a Bayern player, and he's going to be fighting for his place with Nathaniel Brown. But something I like that this pointed out is both players are versatile. And I spoke about this in the Ismail Saibari video about how these Nathaniel Brown and Saibari signings can unlock the squad depth of our team that we haven't been able to unlock before. With Saibari, I talked about how this could unlock now Musiala to play more games on the wing, and he doesn't always have to play number 10, and we could rest Luis Diaz and play Musiala on the left, or rest Olise and play Musiala on the right if we need to. With a Nathaniel Brown, we could play Alphonso Davies as a left winger if we need to. With Alphonso Davies fully fit, we can play Nathaniel Brown in midfield if we need to. We can play him at probably as a left mid / left wing if we need to. So you're unlocking squad depth within this Bayern team that we weren't able to because we didn't have the right profile of players before. So again, I'm not worried about Davies' role in this Bayern team. I think if Vincent Kompany has a fully fit Bayern team with all the players at his disposal fully fit, I still believe Alphonso Davies would start over Nathaniel Brown. Now, that's not bad for Nathaniel Brown. Fight for your spot. Fight for your spot. And to be honest, from what I saw from Brown, he could play right back. I'm not convinced that he can't play there. If need to, we might and can play him at right back. So all of a sudden, we're looking in the fullback positions. We've seen this summer that Kimmich is no longer a fullback. He's played too much in midfield to just casually slot back into fullback and put in performances easily, at least. So we're looking at our fullbacks, and we're looking at a Brown, Alphonso Davies, Josip Stanisic, a Konrad Leimer. Decent depth in the fullback position. Decent depth. So you guys, Nathaniel Brown is a Bayern München player. It's official. Service, Nathaniel Brown. And Alphonso Davies, I'm not worried about Alphonso Davies' role. He needs to focus on Canada because they have a big game tomorrow against Morocco. So good luck to Alphonso Davies in the Canadian national team. He will be playing his now future, or now, I guess, teammate Ismail Saibari. So we'll see how that battle goes down. And yeah, just get back fully fit Alphonso Davies. Make sure those hamstrings, those quad muscles are good. And let's get ready to go for the next season with these players. Everyone fully fit, fighting for their positions and fighting for the treble. Operation FC Bayern München treble 2026-2027 will be starting very soon after this World Cup ends. You guys, it's been your boy Hokage Puya. Like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this signing and Alphonso Davies' future at Bayern down below. I always want to know your guys' thoughts. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, see you guys for more World Cup content and as we get back into that FC Bayern München content. You guys, it's been your boy Hokage. I don't know where my hat is. I've done so many videos now this whole summer basically without my hat. Where is my hat? I don't know. I feel naked without it. But hey, I'm still Hokage Puya. Just imagine I got the hat on my head. You guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.